Hey, what up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Eli.
And Tyler, and this More League football highlight is brought to you by the fine folks at Naples Rib Company. All of our football coverage this season is sponsored by Tyson Ruffins and Wowo Moy Jr. All of our Jordan coverage is sponsored by former LBUSD Superintendent Chris Steinhauser, and all our Millikan coverage is sponsored by Brian Ramsey and TLD Law. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Woo!
We were on the north side at Jordan where there was no shortage of blue. The visitors, the home team, and even the turf got the memo. However, it was more like the Pink Panthers there for Jordan, and those Panthers moved in a pack. EJ Enriquez, we always love it. He's the only one out there for the Rams for the coin toss, and those Rams are looking to get back into the win column and on the right foot after a disappointing loss to Wilson last week.
And on the other side, Jordan in a similar spot, searching for their first More League win in the Alfred Rowe era, and coming out fired up in this one. And Rowe's Panthers able to draw first blood. Kaimani Hill with the first carry, and he's going to take this one 29 yards and deep into Millikan territory. They would keep it on the ground with Marcus Williams, also reliable out of the backfield, and it's 2-4 for 7, like all day, every day. Williams takes it out of the backfield, tackled at the pylon, but he is in. Jordan's ground game humming early, and everyone's hyped about it. 7-0 Panthers.
Yeah, a way to set the tone for the home team. And back the other way, it just felt like Millikan's offense was lifeless. Unable to get the ball to their playmakers, and also without Jude Nelson, who's banged up this week. They punted it 3 times in the first half and didn't get good field positioning themselves, but you have to credit the Jordan defense. Marquise Horton with a nice PBU on this play. They were making plays on the defensive side for Jordan.
Yeah, Horton heard a PBU on that one. Almost could have been a pick six. Back on offense, Jordan with more hard running from Williams, who had 116 first half yards, including this run across midfield. So terrific job by him. Also effective in the screen game as the Blue Mamba had another 23-yard gain on this catch and run along the left side. And Jordan's offense looking really good in this first half.
But credit to Millikan on defense and Enriquez in on the tackle and forces an intentional grounding penalty here. So one way or another, they benefit from it on defense. Peyton McCutcheon with some pressure here before a nice tackle made again by Enriquez stepping up. Millikan really just keying in on those Jordan athletes out of the backfield, making sure they had a target on them.
Yeah, making the adjustment and trying to limit some of these explosive plays, and they eventually got it figured out. But that defense gave Millikan some times to get things going. On offense, Jonah Tuaniga to Jay Williams for a nice gain, and then Ryan Carter with some tough running for the Rams as he takes this one inside the 10 for a first down.
And then cut to the pile. Tuaniga is in there somewhere for the tush-push touchdown. You know I love that one, Tyler. Millikan able to tie things up. And if you want proof, here is proof. Tuaniga comes out of the pile without his helmet, but with the ball. It's 7-7 in the second quarter.
But back comes J-Town. They'd get another scoring opportunity as Williams still running hard and able to get Jordan into field goal range as they'll set up. This is a decently long kick from 38 yards. Luis Alves lines it up and sneaks it in over the crossbar.
That's good from 38, Tyler.
I'll take it, right? Jordan's up 10-7 going to halftime, so a nice job for them. But in the second half, felt like Millikan really woke up on both sides of the ball. A host of Rams in on that tackle, and when the offense got it back, they didn't want to give it back to that Jordan offense at all, as you see Peyton McCutcheon leading a host on that tackle for loss, and hey, he did nothing wrong.
Yeah, got to throw up the hands, make sure you avoid the flag, and so Rams, start your engines. Tuaniga drops back and finds Josiah Carter up the seam, and he is gone. Carter is able to outrun the defense and last for a 92-yard touchdown, his first of the season. That's a way to get your first touchdown of the season. Millikan now flips it and leads 14-10 to open up the third quarter.
Hey, Mr. Carter, where have you been? Waiting for that pass. The Rams go onside kick and recover it, so they're driving again into Jordan territory as Tuaniga finds Williams for a nice gain. And then Williams, so nice, had to do it twice as he links up with the lanky junior who streaks into the end zone for the touchdown. Millikan now up double digits, 21-10. And once they got into top speed, they just kept it rolling, Eli.
They did keep it rolling, and on defense, Millikan would shut out the Jordan offense in the second half and hold them to negative net yardage. McCutcheon still in on the tackle and still innocent. Jesse Lamasima also driving that pile on defense and keeping the Jordan offense back. There's just a number of guys on defense, and then Josh Miyake laying the lumber. Sticks builds a wall on the right sideline to lay down the hit for that Millikan defense. Just so much energy and rejuvenated in the second half.
Yeah, Sticks looking like a couple of 2x4s flying in. Millikan looking to add to the lead, get the ground game going. Samson Khan with a nice first down rush, moving the chains near the red zone. Then lightning strikes along the left side as Landon Ross is gone for a touchdown. He had 32 yards and a score among a busy night through the air. We've seen a Ross wearing number 1 score on this field. Well, where this field was. Millikan gonna go onside, put it in harm's way. It's on the turf, and Enriquez able to pounce on it to set up great field position for this relentless Millikan second half attack.
Yeah, they got it over and over again because of those onside kicks. The Rams go to Carter on the next drive, moving down, shedding tackles, and right into your living room.
Look out.
Millikan then goes muscle, and hands it off to Ross, who's around the outside, near the pylon and out of bounds over at the 1 yard line. And then again, muscle, hand it off to the big fella. McCutcheon adds to his busy night on defense. It's every defender's dream. It's a touchdown on offense. Millikan leading comfortably now, 35-10.
Rams would get it back a couple more times. Tuaniga gonna step up and find a streaking Landon Ross across the middle of the field. Bounces out to the outside and picks up a first down, again deep into Jordan territory. We mentioned Ross was a playmaker in a lot of different ways, and then why not go back to him? Takes the screen and takes it the distance, 35 yards. He had 4 catches for 80 yards in this score, over 100 total yards of offense for Lando, as it's now 42-10 Millikan, really pulling away in this one. It was 10-7 at half, so they're really taking this game over.
Things were turned around, and Millikan would find one more as Tuaniga goes back across the middle to Williams for a first down pickup. Williams had 75 yards on the night and a score, and then Tuaniga does it himself, calls his own number, and the freshman scampers and takes it in from 20 yards out to end the game. He had 256 passing yards and 5 total touchdowns. You can see Romeo Pelham leveling what he's getting from his freshman quarterback.
Yeah, definitely flip the script on this one to win it 49-10. A fun battle between two friendly head coaches at midfield. Jordan's going to host Lakewood next week, while Millikan will be at Vets against Long Beach Poly in a big showdown.
And you want coverage of that and all things Long Beach sports, you're in the right spot, the562.org.